Hello scholars, how are you all? I hope my all scholars are fine and doing great. So scholars, in this video we will see last exercise of a chapter 8 more about decimals. We have already completed exercise 8.1 and 8.2 and I hope my all scholars have completed these two exercises in their notebook. Yes. So scholars, in this video, we will see exercise 8.3 which is based on unitary method. Yes. So are you all ready for it? Yes. So we'll start with our today's concept, that is unitary method. So the scholars, the word unitary itself says that first of all we have to find a value of a unit. A unit means 1, okay? And then we have to find the value of multiples from a unit. Let's see how it works. First of all, we will see proper definition and then we will see examples from our exercise 8.3, okay? So the unitary method is a technique for solving a problem by first finding the value of a single unit. Single unit means 1 unit. We have to find the value of 1 unit and then finding the necessary values by multiplying the single unit. Okay. Now we will see few examples. Usually this involves both multiplication and division. This unitary method involves both, that is multiplication also and division also. Okay, we have already learned with multiplication and division. Okay scholars, so scholars, now we'll start with our exercise 8.3 and we will solve few sums in this video, and few sums you have to do it by yourself. You have to follow the same steps and method I have shown you in this video. Okay, so let's start with the first example of exercise 8.3, that is the cost of 10 pastries is rupees 440. Find the cost of 15 such pastries. Now scholars, over here cost of 10 pastries is given and we have to find the cost of 15 such pastries. So let's see first of all steps how to solve this. So let's see the first step. The cost of 10 pastries is given and we have to find cost of 1 pastry. Okay. So what is cost of 10 pastry? Is rupees 440 and we have to find cost of 1 pastry. So for that what we need to do scholars? Yes, we need to divide 440 by 10 to get cost of 1 pastry. Okay, now let's see how to do that. See, to solve this, first find the cost of 1 pastry. Okay, let's see the steps for finding that. Cost of 10 pastries is equal to rupees 440, right? Now we have to find cost of 1 pastry is equal to 440 divided by 10. When we will divide 440 by 10, we will get cost of 1 pastry. So after division, we will get answer as 44. That is, when we will divide 440 by 10, we will get quotient as 44. Scholars, here I have not shown you division method because we have done lot many sums related to division. You have to do it by yourself, this division process, and when you will divide, you will get this answer, that is 44. Or else you can also apply division by 10 rule to solve this. You will get the same answer. So here we have got the cost of 1 pastry which is 44. Now our next task is that finding the cost of 15 such pastries. Okay, so let's see how to do that. What we have to do for finding cost of 15 such pastries, we have to multiply the cost of 1 pastry with 15. Okay, when we'll multiply cost of 1 pastry with 15, we will get the cost of 15 such pastries. Okay, cost we will get. So we'll do that. We'll multiply 44 with 15. So here 15 is the number of the pastries and 44 is the cost of 1 pastry. Okay, so when we will multiply this, we will get product as 660. Again, here I have not shown you multiplication. You have to do it by yourself because we have done many sums related to multiplication and division. Okay. So when I will multiply 15 with 44, I will get answer as 660. Okay. That means the cost of 15 such pastry is rupees 660. Okay, scholars. Here we have done both the things. That is, first of all, we have done division for finding the cost of one pastry, and then we have done multiplication for finding the cost of 15 such pastries. Okay, scholars. So scholars, now we will see one more sum related to it. So let's see sum number C of exercise 8.3. The annual rent of a house is rupees 72,000. If Priyanka wants to take the house on rent for 5 months, how much she have to pay? So scholars, here we have to find rent for 5 months and rent for 12 months is given. Here we have annual word. This annual represent 12 months because 1 year equal to 12 months. That is, one annual year equal to 12 months. So the rent for 12 months is rupees 72,000. Okay. Now again, scholar, first of all we will find rent for 1 month and then we will find rent for 5 months. Okay. So let's start with it. See, to solve this, first of all, find the rent of 1 month. So here annual is equal to 12 months. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. Okay, so rent for 12 months is equal to 72,000, which is given in our statement. Now we have to find rent of 1 month. So how do we do that? We have to divide 72,000 by 12. Why by 12? Because in a year we have 12 months. So we have to divide it by 12 to get the rent of 1 month. So when I will divide 72,000 by 12, I will get answer, that is question as 6,000. Okay. It means the rent of 1 month is 6,000. Okay. Now our next task is that, scholar, we have to find rent for 5 months. So what we have to do? We have to multiply rent of 1 month with 5 to get the rent for 5 months. Okay. See, now multiply the rent of 1 month with 5 to get to know how much money Priyanka have to pay. So let's see, 6,000, which is rent of 1 month, multiply by 5 because Priyanka wants to take the house for 5 months only. So we have to multiply with 5. So when I will multiply 6,000 with 5, I will get answer, that is product as 30,000. See, 6 multiply by 5. 6 5s are 30. Then 1, 2, 3, I will put zeros as it is. Okay. So our final answer is that, therefore the Priyanka have to pay rupees 30,000 for 5 months. Okay, scholar. Here also, first of all, we have done division for finding the rent of 1 month, and then we have multiply with 5 where we have done multiplication for finding the rent for 5 months. Okay, scholars. So scholars, here I have shown you division and multiplication, but scholars, you have to do it by yourself. See, here when 72,000 is divided by 12, we'll get question as 6,000, and when I will multiply 6,000 with 5, I will get product as 30,000. So the rent for 5 months is rupees 30,000. Okay, scholars. Now I will solve one last sum of this exercise, and then rest all sums you have to do it by yourself. Let's see sum number E, which is last sum. That is, Rahul brought 5 apples for rupees 200.60. Find the cost of 8 apples. Again, here cost of 5 apple is given and we have to find cost of 8 apples. So our first task is that, scholars, we have to find cost of 1 apple. Yes, how to do that? What we have to do for that? We have to divide 200.60 by 5 to get cost of 1 apple. Okay, let's see how to do it. The cost of 5 apples is given and we have to find cost of 1 apple. Okay, so see, we have to write these statements. Okay, cost of 5 apples is equal to rupees 200.60. Cost of 1 apple is equal to rupees 200.60 divided by 5. Why by 5? Because there are 5 apples and the cost of 5 apple is 200.60. So when I will divide 200.605 by 5, I will get cost of 1 apple. Okay. So when you will divide 200.60 by 5, you will get quotient or answer as 40.12. Okay, so 40.12 is the cost of 1 apple. Okay, division and multiplication part I have shown you in next slide, but now scholars you have to do it by yourself. Okay, now our next task is to find cost of 8 apples, right? So for that what we need to do, we need to multiply cost of 1 apple with 8 to get the cost of 8 apples. Yes, see, multiply the cost of 1 apple, that is 40.12 with 8 to get the cost of 8 apples. So here I have done multiplication where I have multiplied 40.12 with 8. 40.12 is cost of 1 apple and 8 is the number of the apples. So I have got product as 320.96. Okay. So therefore the cost of 8 apples is rupees 320.96. Okay. Here also we have done both the method, that is multiplication also and division also. Division for finding cost of 1 apple and then multiplication for finding cost of 8 apples. Okay. So scholars, here I have shown you division process and multiplication process where I have divided 200.60 by 5. Okay, so when I will divide, I will get quotient as 40.12, which is the cost of 1 apple, and then I have multiplied 40.12 with 8, which is when I will multiply with 8, I will get the cost of 8 apple, which is 320.96. Okay, scholars. So, scholars, here I have solved 3 sums out of 5. Rest 2 sums. You have to do it by yourself. You have to follow the same steps. Okay. First of all, you have to divide to get the one quantity and then you have to multiply. Okay. And scholars, here we have completed with our chapter number 8. In our next video, we will be starting with our chapter number 9, that is shapes and pattern. Till the time, solve this exercise in your notebook in neat and good handwriting. Okay, scholars? So, scholars, bye. Take care of yourself.